Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championships. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 18, Week 1, Round 3. My opponent this match is Chuck610. So let's look at the matchup. Alright, I have almost all of the green on my side, so let's take a closer look. Alright, look in these statistics, and even though I have all the green, Chuck is a pretty impressive opponent. He has over 600,000 lifetime banners, got over 1,500 offensive wins. I have a feeling that Chuck is going to give me a really good match today. When we compare our rosters, I have a 300,000 GP advantage overall and a slight advantage on top 80, but Chuck actually has the advantage when we look at our top 65. I have a pretty large Zeta advantage, about 34 more Zetas, and a decent speed advantage, 97 to 80. We are fairly close in Gear 12 and 13 characters. I have 3 more Gear 13s and 7 more Gear 12s. But when it comes to mods, I have a pretty sizable advantage. I've got 80 more 6-dot mods total, and I've got a really large advantage when it comes to the top-end secondary speed mods. Just across the board, it looks like I have a pretty sizable speed advantage. Looking at the relics though, this is where Chuck has me beat. 178 total relic levels to my 136. But what's interesting is how he's doing it. Normally when somebody out relics me, it's because they have a lot of tier 7 relic characters, but in this case, Chuck doesn't. He's out relicking me right there at the tier 4, tier 5 level, whereas a lot of mine are tier 3 and below. Taking a look at the meta character and key character reports, we are even. We both have Jedi Knight Luke and all of the requisite characters. And looking at our ships, same thing here. We both have 7-star Negotiator and Malevolence. So let's take a look at his roster and see if anything jumps out to me. He is running Negotiator in his fleet arena. And when we look at the capital ships, he does not have Finalizer or the Radis, but I'm not sure that that's going to make any difference. Looking at his characters, his roster is very similar to mine. He is not particularly close to any one galactic legend right now, which has allowed him to really diversify his roster in terms of where he has his relics. You can see we've got representatives from GAC and clones, we got CLS Han and Chewie, Mon Mothma, Padme, really a really good spread of characters across the board. I really like Chuck's roster quite a bit, and I think it will potentially give me some problems. All right, we've got about 3.5 hours left in the attack phase. This is when I have the time to do my attacks, stealing a little time here at work to get it done. I don't believe Chuck has attacked yet. No, he hasn't. So let me show you what I've put on defense. Very similar to what I've been doing. I put Padme and CLS down here on the bottom front, and then hid Darth Revan behind them, hoping that he expends his best teams up front and gets stuck here. Up top, nothing special. We have our Grievous, our Dooku squad, and then I actually put Geos on defense this time. And then finally on ships, I actually kept both my Get 2 ships for offense again, just like I did last time. He likes to put his Malevolence and a Thrawn Empire squad on defense, and I just didn't feel comfortable throwing my home one against Empire today. So I kept my Negotiator to counter his Malevolence, and then I kept my Malevolence to counter that Empire squad. Alright, his defense, he set for me a pretty relicked out Padme team, a relatively weak card squad, some Night Sisters. Down here on the bottom, he's left me Mon Mothma and Bounty Hunters. Now, I'm actually expecting his best teams on defense in the back. I'm expecting 2 out of GAS, Grievous, and Geos in the back. But fortunately for me, he didn't put his Padme down here in this bottom zone. So I think I should be able to clear this bottom relatively cheaply without committing any of my best teams. So I can open up that back and see what's there. So as always, we will clear this bottom zone first so we can see what those teams are in the back. And I will start with this boss team. For that, I will use JTR. All right, here we go. I guess we'll start with stealth. You know, now having running R2 in this squad, oftentimes I'm used to BB-8 going first, but R2 goes first when he's in here with us, so it's a little bit different of a turn order than I'm used to. We'll work on Greedo first and get him down, and then we'll switch to CAD. We'll get some burning up, and we'll wiggle some more. Let's keep spreading that inspiration around. And I don't need to heal yet. Let's wave down Bosk again so he cannot taunt. And let's get rid of CAD. Well, not yet. That was a waste of attack. I should have done that on Boba to try and get the stun. I didn't. That's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and throw those healing grenades. Which just is kind of a ridiculous thing to say. Healing grenades, but okay. And we've already got Illuminated Destiny up, which is fantastic. And we will continue to spread that inspiration around. Let's see if we can get a stun on boss. Yep. And we'll get the healing immunity, so he'll go down fast. And just left with Dengar. There we go. Nice. 60 is a nice way to start. Alright, against this Mon Mothma team, which is really pretty well geared. Mon Mothma and Lando are both Relic 5, and Cholo is 4. Biggs and Wedge at 1. I'm going to go ahead and take crew with Watt. Now, my crew team is 100% all Gear 12s, but I think this should still work. Hux has his Zeta, and I'm going to go ahead and give the weapons tech over to Fox to keep them from getting their revives up, and then I'm going to just kind of pile on and hopefully get kills with Executioner. Kind of treat this as if it was a Night Sisters team, in a way. The only question is, can my crew, which is only Gear 12, can he handle all those paper cuts? And the answer is no. So this may fail on me for sure, especially when I'm going to go ahead and get dodged like that. That is so far so bad on this particular counter. I really need to start getting some kills here. This is not gonna happen, guys. Alright, well, can I even get Lando out? So we got Lando, but he could get brought back because that was on the mass assist and not necessarily with the oh, I guess it counted. All right, well, we're gonna lose this one, but Lando's gone and my Fox is missing a bunch, so not a auspicious start at all. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to take against them. All right, well, this may be another mistake. I'm gonna try and stay on the cheap side, and I'm gonna go with my Night Sisters. I don't know if Night Sisters is a good counter for Mon Mothma. I kind of assume it would work, but I don't actually know. I figure just get a lot of plague out there and keep hitting away, and not going to be good banners regardless because I've already lost one, but figured do this, and I don't think they're going to kill Daka, and it's totally fine if they kill Zombie over and over. But with what my opponent likes to save for offense rather, there's a chance that he just full clears me and gets the win. So I need to really go after efficiency here from here on out if I can. Let's go ahead and pile on Wedge. On Mothma brought Biggs back. That, and let's see if we can't get Biggsy back. Down again. And they still haven't gotten rid of my 3 deaths, so I'm not getting any, I don't have any permadeath needing to assist from the graves yet. I'm gonna have to heal up here, I think, so just in case I kill Biggs soonish. There we go. So 35 is not ideal. Drop 5 banners in addition to the 20 I lost from the first thing. And he saved his gas. Okay. So this is a case where my scouting kind of left me having a question. When I went all the way back to season 16, the last 5v5, he actually kept gas for offense most of the time, but throughout all of season 17, the 3v3, he tended to put gas on defense. So I was thinking he had actually kind of changed the way he was playing and was going to keep gas on defense. And so I kept quite a bit for offense, only to drop that Mon Mothma battle when I really didn't need to. So I'm really worried now that he's just going to one-shot my board and get the win. So I have to try and be hyper efficient now. And that's not going to be super easy based on the teams he's left me. So I've got to do my best to try and make up some banners 60s or above throughout the way and try and put pressure on him so that even if he doesn't drop a battle but he's not super efficient, that maybe I can still eke out the win. It's not looking good for me right now, I don't think. So we'll go up top. The scariest one he has here is his Padme team, and I do have my gas that I could use against it, but I don't think that would get me the most banners possible. I think it would win, but it'd likely get me a 55. So I'm still gonna go with my Traya with Thrawn and hope that this 1 doesn't fail and 2 gets me good banners. So we pass it to Traya to isolate on Padme. And then we will fracture GK here. Holy crap. Well, that didn't go well. So forget the whole good banners thing. Let's just hope we get a win. Alright, let's start working on Anakin. We are only 1 attack away from getting our Annihilate. But I have to hit GK here so he doesn't taunt. Yeah, this might fail too. And now GK is taunting again. Alright, I'm just gonna take him out. Which might be the bad idea here, but next time we get a fracture up, we'll put it on GK. Not GK, on Anakin. Assuming Anakin is still... Assuming Thrawn, rather, is still alive. Right, well, there we go on Anakin. Let's work on Padme, or Ahsoka. Goodness gracious, this has gone so poorly. Well, we'll be able to clean this up easy, I guess. Or not. Wow. So losing on this as well, this pretty much seals my fate, you guys. I would need my defense to hold way stronger than I think it will based on the teams he has. So not good, not good at all. I will bring my gas in here now, and I guess I should have just done that from the get-go. Really frustrating. Oh, missing on the counterattacks is never good. Let's see if I can just... Alright, stop assisting. We're just healing him up with my assists. Alright, let's go back on Padme. See if we can get her out with the AoE. Yeah, I've never had a ton of success with GAC against Padme because of exactly this situation of getting all the assists, because it builds up the protection. We need GAC to get a big hit here. Or Rex. Alright, well, that was pretty terrible too. We'll go with my Bounty Hunter. Same one I used last time with Aura Lead. The whole point of the Aura Lead is because to get the contract, we just have to use an ability while buffed 10 times. So as long as your Bosk and your Grief are faster than their Night Sisters, then you're going to get buffs up on everybody right from the get-go. You're going to get your 10 abilities right off the bat. So I'm getting Frenzy on Bosk, so he's buffed. Everybody else started in Stealth, so they're buffed. We call their assists, so there goes 5 of the abilities right from the get-go. Because Bosk had Frenzy, he also got an immediate another extra turn. So now we can use, again, 5 more, and now I have my contract. So we can use Mando's Disintegrate right from the get-go and get rid of Mother Talzin before she even has a chance to go. At that point, at this point on, it's just a matter of attrition, getting them all down, and trying to make sure that from here on out, it's just Django who takes them out, because Django is going to be, has got the Zeta for permadeath. And this should do it. Massage. And sometimes you can't help but kill them. In the meantime, Boss Contract and Lead will keep them all nicely healed. So it's just a matter of jump over there. I think we've killed them twice already, 2 times, 3 times. I'm not sure how many kills we have. Enough. So we'll get 60 on this one. But again, I think it might be too little too late. Alright, because I'm not sure what I'm going to use on this card. I mean, I can use almost anything. Let's go down to the back and get rid of these guys to make sure that there's no hiccups on the Grievous. But for this one, we're just going to go a 3-man it with Vader. Try and earn some banners back, I guess. And we have the benefit of having Red Trooper in here to just stack a little more damage. And we're just gonna go ahead and throw right on Alpha. And there we go, taking out Spy as well. It's always nice when they get very few or 0 attacks. So that worked perfectly. And now we've got the Grievous squad, and we'll take the normal Jedi Knight Revan team. I'm thinking I'm going to put in Hoda instead of Old Ben. just for the Master's Training buff, make sure I have enough damage. So we'll get started right from the get-go with that. Steal all that and spread some buffs around. Basti has got buff immunity, so that's not good. Let's go ahead and try and get B2 out of here. Send him in. Alright. And I don't actually know if Savior proc there or not. Part of me thinks it did, but I'm not positive. So we'll just keep banging away. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so there's Savior procking. Let's get rid of that. Ooh, that was super close. Let's throw this back over there so that we ensure that there's no problems with that. And we're gonna call Jolie, get a little more healing on him, make sure his health is up enough that we're not gonna end up having him die on us. I will say that is one benefit of having Old Ben in here, is just having that taunt. It does, give you a little bit of extra protection there. And we're gonna have to res Yoda here in a moment. Yep. But let's kill B1 out of here, so if I have to res more than one, I can. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up Basti and send it over to Yoda. We're not going to get any of this protection back, but we'll get a one-shot, I guess. Wow. Bad manners. Alright, well, since that worked, we can jump back up to the front and we'll just bring in Luke and Obi-Wan. And I think we can just two-man this cart squad. Maybe could have just soloed it, but at this point, just kind of feel like, why risk doing that when instead we can just be sure. Yeah, for sure could have soloed this with Luke. And this should do it right here. Alright, well, now it's down to ships. We're going to end up getting the clear, but losing 2 battles, and we've opened the door for sure. He runs an interesting malevolence comp, having 2 Geos in there. So we'll go ahead and bring our negotiator. And against malevolence, I like to go with Ahsoka in the starting lineup. I actually don't think I'm going to need 5s. But maybe that is just hubris. I want to try and get some banners back here as well. So I am going to go a little shorter than maybe is recommended. But I'm fairly confident that I should be able to get this done. Let's go ahead and get these guys down. There goes Sunfac. There goes the Buzz Droids. Get rid of that on him. And we'll bring in Plo. Get our turn meter going. Spy is still sitting there with stealth, so that's frustrating. Go ahead and put that up so I don't lose anybody. And clear the fracture off them. Stuck behind the Houndstooth now. Pass that back to Anakin. Alright. And get rid of that taunt as well. He's got buff immunity for the moment. See if we can't take out this hyena bomber. I think this is gonna do it. Yep. So it's a good thing I went in a little light because I was missing a lot of protection in the end there. Alright, here we go with my Malevolence, and I will just take the Separatists in for this. Shouldn't be a problem against the Empire. We do need to get rid of this TIE bomber. Let's get rid of... oh, I can't even get rid of... that was a misplay. I can't get rid of the target lock as long as Vader is out there. But TIE bomber's gone. And we'll get Vader gone. And turned out I didn't need my reinforcements really at all, but we'll bring Spy in for a big hit and finish it off quick. This won't be great banners either, something in the low 60s. Oh, 65. I will be happy to take that. So there we have our full clear, but definitely not a one-shot. Only a 2086, definitely a beatable score. This definitely could be the end of my long winning streak. We shall see. He's got about 3 hours to attack, and I will let you know how it turns out. All right, as you can see, the round is over. There are 17 minutes left in the review phase, and let me show you how this ended. It had me sweating bullets as I watched my opponent attack. But in the end, we got the win. Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good. Let me show you what happened. So right from the get-go, he went down here to the front and he one-shot these two teams. He got a 58 on my CLS and a 57 on my Padme. So I think he must have used his two best teams. He had Gas, Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, CLS, and JTR all available, all highly relicked good squads. And he must have used both his Gas and his Darth Revan here up front, because when he opened up the back, he never attacked Darth Revan. It must have caught him off guard. That was the whole point of putting those two best squads up front, was to try and trap him. But I didn't think it was actually gonna work because he had so many good teams left over. Up front here, he one-shot all these squads as well, but wasn't nearly as efficient. A 55 on Grievous, a 52 on Dooku, and only a 47 on the Geos. I have a feeling that he saw the Grievous up top and said, I need my Jedi Knight Revan for that. He didn't think he was going to be able to get through Padme or CLS with his own CLS or Jedi Knight Revan, which forced him to use Gas and Darth Revan on that bottom front zone, which left him nothing for the Darth Revan. So a definite sigh of relief there that he never even attempted. But then it turned out it wouldn't have mattered, because over here on ships, my home one ended up tripping him up. I am surprised on this one. He had his negotiator and his own home one available. I think he must have tried to mirror match the home one, and that didn't work. So in the end, we get the victory. It wasn't pretty, and I don't feel like I really deserved it, but 2086 to 1611, I will take it for sure. I want to thank Chuck610 for the match. Your defense tripped me up, and I really thought you were going to take this one from me. So good match. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you again next time.